Man, who am I, bro? I don't fucking know. I wish I knew the answer. But there is no answer, of course. How could there be an answer to that? I lay down every night and I ask myself, I don't know if I ask myself even makes sense. I ask myself. More so the thought arises of who am I, followed by what am I, followed by I don't know. Sometimes it's cyclical, like it'll just happen over and over and over and over in my mind, like a thought loop. Maybe with like a couple other thoughts separating it, but constantly in my mind coming back to who am I? Who am I? You know? Who am I? What am I? I don't know. Who am I? What am I? I don't know. It's like a fucking affirmation at this point. And I don't know who I am. Is that I don't know. But I just keep going, man, trying to figure it out. And I probably won't ever figure it out. I don't even know what that means, bro. All I know is I don't know who I am, because what I know is that I'm nothing. You know, I learned that I don't really exist. But at the end of the day, my ego personality exists when in this world in some sort of way, because everyone else has their ego personality as well. So on some plane, this ego personality is a real thing, but I don't identify with it, and I don't even know what that means. I don't identify with it. It being my ego personality, I being my ego personality. So I don't identify with it. So what do I identify with? But I is it. See where my confusion comes from, man? It's just nonstop confusion. Can never figure it out, because that's not even possible. I fucking hate working, bro. I hate my job. I sound like a little bitch, because everybody got a job, bro. Everybody got a job, you know? Everybody pay their bills. So I can sit there and hate my life. Or I can try to find camaraderie with people in the fact that we are really all the same. And like, that's kind of cheesy, but we're all the same in that we're all having to try to figure our lives out and try to make some money and try to find some meaning. I wonder if other people focus on the meaning part as much as I do, because I'm always thinking there's no meaning in my job. I find no meaning in it. There's no satisfaction in it. I used to get satisfaction at and sometimes I still do. But I used to get satisfaction more so when I started with like a job well done, but now it's like I don't really get anything out of it. I mean, yeah, like they'll tell me I'm doing a good job or whatever, but do I really care? At the end of the day, like, it might make me feel good for a second, like, oh, I'm doing a good job. Or just like, thank you. But it doesn't really mean anything, because I'm doing a good job for what? Like, who am I making an impact on, bro? Like, who am I making an impact on? I mean, yeah, the people that fucking come to find their item on the shelf, man, but I don't give a fuck about that impact, bro. And maybe I should. Maybe if I looked at it from a different perspective and looked at it like, yeah, like I'm making the shopping experience easier for these people, but I just can't find meaning in that, bro. I'm sure there's people that can. I'm sure there's people that can find meaning in the most menial. I don't even know what menial means. I've been thinking about that lately, but I haven't searched it up. But I don't know, menial, meaningless jobs. There's people that can find meaning in that, and maybe I just need to be more like that, you know. But I don't know, bro. I'm just so fed up and I'm so burnt out, and just a couple days ago I was feeling like, wow, things are changing, man. Like, life feels magical right now, and now like I'm just back to like, damn, bro. And I'll be thinking, like, am I bipolar? I don't know. I don't even know, bro. I don't think so. Because that's, like, really long term, bro. I never be too, like, depressed. You know, I'll get depressed for, like, a day. Like, super, like, bottom, like, lost all hope depressed. I'll be like that for, like, a day every fucking... I don't know. It's not consistent. But every once in a blue moon... Every once in a while, man, I'll just be depressed for a day. So, I don't know. And it always comes back. It always comes back to feeling good. It does. It's so weird how you can just have no hope and really feel like none of it, like, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. And then a week and a half later, feel on top of the world, bro. Like, it makes me feel like maybe I shouldn't trust any thoughts. Why do we choose to trust some thoughts and not other thoughts are like bullshit to us, bro? Like, I don't know. I have constant thoughts of like, I hate myself, but I also have, no, I don't, not I hate myself. I'm a bad person. And then there's also the thoughts of I'm not a bad person, bro. Anytime I get embarrassed, which I get embarrassed all the fucking time because I'm ashamed of something. I don't know what. Anytime I get embarrassed, it's like, I'm not a bad person, bro. Like, I don't know if that thought is like trying to bring awareness to my subconscious, or to bring conscious awareness to the fact that I'm not a bad person. But it's like, I'm not a good person either. Like, I don't know what that means. I just have no identity, bro. And I wrestle with that because it's like, okay, well, identity is kind of bullshit in the first place, but at the same time, it's like I have no identity, so like I don't know who I am, and I don't talk to very many people, bro. Like, my talks, I've been thinking this all day, the past couple of days, bro. Like, my toxic trait is avoiding people. I just avoid anybody and everybody, bro. Like, man, it's like I feel like people have something against me off the rip, bro. Like, I always feel like people have something against me, but what, they don't have anything against me. It's just like an automatic feeling that like I'm less than you. But I'm not like thinking that out, you know? It's just like a state of being below others. Like, what the fuck do I gotta do to figure this shit out, bro? And is it, oh, fuck. Oh, shit, bro, my tooth. Oh, man, the camera just, hurt my tooth, dude. Anyway, that shit hurt. You take a hit for that one, bro. I miss smoking with people, bro. I get better in some ways because I used to not even be able to smoke with motherfuckers. Like, that shit I would always end up overthinking it, bro. And being way too in my head every time I spoke with people. And now it's like, it's a little bit better. That's why I'm saying, like, my emotional expression has increased over the past years since being in this relationship. But I've also been a lot more stressed out in this past year, too. Maybe the stress isn't a bad thing, bro. I used to feel like I was just obsessed with fucking getting better, but now I be questioning, like, is my stress coming from that, you know, being obsessed with getting better, or is it coming from, like, something is in my life that shouldn't be there, you know? You know, is it my job? Is it my relationship? You know? Or is it something I'm not doing? You know, is it something I'm not doing? Is it something that shouldn't be happening, you know? Like, I just never know, bro. I just can't figure this shit out. And at the same time, it's like, I'm 19, bro. That's kind of a sobering thought. But most of the time, that's not a sobering thought. It's like, yeah, I'm 19, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm young. I still feel like shit, though, bro. So, like, yeah, I'm young, and I still have a lot to figure out. But, man, is it even worth it, bro? And what if I never figure it out? What if I'm just stressed out like this forever, man, bro? Like, damn. And maybe it's school, you know? Maybe it's school, but I don't even feel like I'll be spending that much time on school shit, bro. Don't know what to do. And I'm a terrible fucking pet parent to this angel. I am. I'm a terrible pet parent, dude. I just be fucking up, bro. Sometimes I feel like I'm a terrible boyfriend. Sometimes I feel like I'm a great boyfriend. You know, sometimes I feel like I am. Sometimes I just feel like I'm not shit, you know? This topic of, like, recurring thoughts came up last night with my girl. Made me think, like, what are my recurring thoughts, you know, with the who am I and the I'm a terrible person. Just wondering, like, what other recurring thoughts I have, because I know I have other ones too. But I feel like that's an interesting thing to look at. Like, what is going through your mind? What is the most persistent thought on your mind? Like fucking Therapy Gecko asks his guests, bro. You know, what's the most persistent thought on your mind? And just identifying that, bringing awareness to that, maybe that can help to get some clarity as to what's going on. So I think sometimes a lot of stress comes from, like, being so caught up in what's going on inside your mind that you don't even know what's going on inside your mind, because you are what's going on inside your mind. You is your mind, you know. It's like hard to get some separation from that, but I feel like, you know, that's kind of with meditation and like psychedelics and shit, bro. Like, you get the separation from that, and that stress goes away once you lose the identification with it. But the more, you know, there's levels to it. There's that psychedelic, like, ego death level, or there's, you know, the complete opposite, like, completely, I guess the complete opposite would still be psychedelic, but like a bad trip level psychedelic. It's like the opposite end of the spectrum. And then you have, like, the normal, super stressed out soberness. You're that devolved into your ego. And then there's the more, like, gaining awareness of, like, your thought patterns and shit, and that's a higher level up of detachment from this ego. Ego's a thing, because I used to think ego was, I don't think I was ever feeling like ego was the devil, but I felt like it was the enemy. But what would life be like without ego? Human beings would not be human beings, that's for sure. I feel like we've evolved over time. I want to meet a motherfucking Neanderthal, dude. What is that like, bro? What is a Neanderthal like with no language? Like, I want to have an ego death with somebody, bro. That is crazy. All these, like, super detached from my ego states I've been in on psychedelics have been by myself, obviously, because talking to humans scares me when I'm sober. Scares me when I'm sober and sad even more. Scares me when I'm off weed even more. Scares me when I'm on psychedelics to the max, man. It's like, because those toxic traits come out when you're on the psychedelics, and I'm avoiding it. Like, I avoid people, and that comes out when I'm on psychedelics too. And I feel like that's not something I've fully gotten over, bro. You know? I just feel so lost, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. But I'm trying, dude. Sometimes I feel like a bitch because I'm not trying enough and I'm not doing enough, man. But someone said we're human beings, not human doings. Yeah. And I don't know, man. I just be sad, bro. It's like, I try to be patient, you know, I'm trying to be patient, but man, it's like I'm not where I want to be. And man, maybe that is a problem in and of itself, because why am I saying I'm not where I want to be, motherfucker? Like, enjoy the moment, but it's so hard to just enjoy where I am and, like, fall in love with the process. I feel like at one point I was in love with the process, bro, but I'm so stressed out and overwhelmed a lot of the time and impatient. I'm not as patient as I used to be. Maybe that means I need to get a 10-minute daily meditation back in my life every day, bro, because guess what? I used to have that. This is interesting. I used to have that, man, and that's back when my stress levels were lower. And now, like, when I think about that, the excuse in my mind immediately comes up, like, oh, well, mindfulness is more like just a daily part of my life anyways. It's just part of my life, so I don't really need to do the whole formal meditation session. Anytime I'm chilling, you know, I go to focusing on my breath and focusing on my hearing, but maybe I need to have those formal sit the fuck down in my chair, put on a meditation timer or a guided meditation just to get back in the rhythm of it and meditate every single day. Maybe I need that, man. Maybe I'm undervaluing that. Because talking about patience, I'm less patient than I used to be. Oh my God, am I less patient than I used to be? What happened, bro? It's like the more emotionally expressive I've got, the more impatient I've become. The more emotionally expressive I've gotten, the more impatient I've become, and the more I'm participating in the social happenings, the less compassion I have. And maybe that's a bitterness that's grown out of like being an adult and like hating fucking society so much and like having to pay my bills and shit. Maybe I've just grown a little bit bitter in my very short time of adulting, man. Or maybe it's my relationship, It's important to question everything, even if the thought of like, is it my relationship, makes me uncomfortable. Like, it's important to question that. Even if it's not the case, question it doesn't mean that it's the case. I fucking lost where I am, but maybe I need to get a meditation back in my life every day, bro. But maybe me like coming to that conclusion, that's not really a conclusion, but maybe that's just a way to make me more comfortable right now in this moment. Man, I don't have these conversations. Actually, I do. I totally have these conversations with my girl, but lots of the time it's one-sided, bro. Lots of the time it's kind of one-sided, and I'm just like rambling like this, like a funnel. It's therapeutic. I don't know if it's therapeutic, but it's certainly relaxing. I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am, bro. Man, I'm just out here, bro. It's seeming like my rant is coming to an end. I feel like my mind has funneled pretty much everything out in the past 17.5 minutes. It's very interesting because, like I said, when you're in it, you don't know what's happening in your mind. Then you do something like this, and it's like, okay, there's so much happening. There's so much going on. How can so much go on in your mind at one time, bro? It blows my mind because it's always happening. That's the crazy thing. You're not just capable of one thought. There's like million thoughts happening at any given time. And psychedelics make you see that shit. That's why it's so overwhelming. How is that? Like, bro, human consciousness is fucking mysterious, dude. I want to study it, and I don't even know what that means. I want to study it. How? I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Man, what if the FBI is like watching me on my fucking camera and listening to everything I'm saying? That's so weird, bro. If they really do that, that's so weird. But why would they do that, bro? Just like everyone has an FBI agent. Like, no way, dude. Now I'm getting fucking tired. This was productive, dude. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, bro. I mean, I could, but then there's that thought like, oh, what if someone I know sees it? But it's like, bro, does it fucking matter, dude? Like, I'm going to die. I've wanted to die at like countless moments in time. So why would I care? Why would I care, bro? And why am I so impatient? I'm impatient with everybody, man. Everybody I'm impatient with, dude. What happened? Like, I always saw myself as, at least from like 2020 to 2022, like, I'm very patient. And like, I just want to love everybody type shit. And I want that. Obviously.